Yeah, I do feel what you feel, definitely, about white people and shit like that. Sorry, I don't even know what you're going through. Shit, I feel bad, and I hope you're safe.
What's going on, cousins, and welcome back again on another episode. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine. If you're joining for the very first time, I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for your constant support. In today's video, we are going to be checking out the video this lady shared. She speaks and warns black people to be very careful of jealous white women. I'm sure this is not the very first time, some people are going to hear this conversation, and I'm sure she's not trying to say all white women are bad as well, because this is just for educational purpose. This is not to bully anyone at all, which is the reason why I'm going to be reading out her caption where she said it herself on her post, because I would not want any hatred directed towards anybody, if that makes sense. So she said, this is not to say all white women are bad, but there is something quite revolting when it comes to jealousy directed towards the women of color from white women. She said it is very scary, and I am finally learning to proceed with caution. I think she has been in so many situations with, white women in this case, and hence the reason why she's sharing this. But I love the fact that she added a disclaimer, which I need you guys to see, so that no hatred is directed to anyone. So without wasting much time, let me just roll the clip of the very first video she shared.
Guys, I really don't care how this sounds, but this is not an attack on white women. This is simply in defense of women of color. Please be careful when it comes to jealous white women. From what I've noticed, jealous white women are some of the most vicious, scary, and downright violent personalities out there. People can talk about jealous black women, people can talk about jealous women, but when someone is used to having something their way for so long, it's almost like a spoiled child getting, like separated from their Xbox, or like not getting sweets, or not getting to stay up, or something like that. It's like they haven't done this emotional work needed to suppress, or I guess express, or understand their jealousy and where it's coming from. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a white woman and you're listening to this, please do the work necessary to understand where your jealousy towards women of color who are successful or pretty or have something good going for them, where that's coming from, because it is negatively affecting women of color, especially black women. Because the narrative has always said that black women are supposed to be the best friend in movies. They're supposed to be the supporting characters. They're not supposed to be the main character. So when a lot of, I notice, white women, there's an internalized sort of misogyny there, but it's also racism, at its core, systemic racism, because movies have always portrayed white women, white people, as the saviors, as the protagonists, as the main character. So when you see a person of color, oftentimes when you see a black woman especially winning, you don't know how to react, because you have been taught that this is not the way things should go. So I'm not trying to be aggressive or whatever, I'm trying to give it to you straight. And black women, be careful. If you work with white women who you can tell are jealous of you, don't really show them what's going on. Don't tell them. Honestly, if you notice they're on that side of being jealous, I'm not saying be reserved, but just, tread lightly, because you don't want them to implode and do, commit something or do something very, damaging to you, your career, your reputation, your health, your mental health. So beware, guys, beware. But this is not an attack on white women. So here I am stitching my own video. How exciting. The reason why I stitched my own video is because I have a lot of people in the comments. Not a lot, but I would say most of the comments have been positive, and people have been like, yeah, I've experienced this too. But there's been people in the trolls in the comments, and just people, I don't want to call everyone a troll. But people in the comments have been saying stuff like, why would Why would a white woman be jealous of a black woman who's the bottom of the barrel, referring to me and other black women? Well, I'll tell you right now that what you just said actually just further validates my statement. Why? Because the reality is, people that already have, quote unquote, a lot more than you, many times will become greedy. They become envious because when they see someone who is the quote unquote bottom of the barrel become successful and make something of themselves in their lives, whether that's you get a degree, you graduate with honors, you're in a happy relationship, you're still working on yourself, you're loving yourself through your difficulties, they're angry and they wonder why is it that you're happy, and even after all their success, they're still not happy. All their quote unquote success or what society has given them or what they've gotten out of life, they're not happy. I'm not saying all white women are not happy. I'm stating that there's a certain group of them that when they aren't happy or when things aren't going their way or when they see someone that shouldn't be as successful as they are or shouldn't be surpassing them, they will attack because of their entitlement. And this is especially harmful to women of color. And you can't tell me that the literal hundreds of comments flooding my comment section on that video that I stitched are invalid. Those people's feelings are valid. Those people's experiences are real. And if that many people are if that video is resonating with that many people, you can't tell me that this experience is not real. You can't tell me I'm literally delusional. It is something that has negatively impacted my mental health and my life for years living in the Midwest/South. And I'm done hiding it. I'm going to talk about my experience. I'm not a victim of my experience. I won't turn into a victim. But I think acknowledging it is the first step to healing as a society. And before you jump in the comments and try to talk about my appearance or talk about me and what you know about me as a person, just know I didn't specifically call anyone out. So if you're so triggered, maybe you need to check yourself.
That was the video she shared, you guys, and I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. The comment section of our video is flooded with women, especially sharing their experience at their workplace. And this is one thing about videos like this, because you see other people who has just shared their own experience and the things that they have had to go through, all in the name of being a black person trying to, put food on your table, basically. So I was able to get to people who stick to our video, but there are some comments that I literally just screenshotted that I want to share with you guys, that I need you guys to see as well, which I will share after watching these stitches. So without wasting much time, let me just roll in the stitches and let's see what these people have to say, because there was a lady talking about the people you need to be scared of are your own people, like literally tagging the Hispanics. So let's check out what these people are saying about this whole conversation.
This is not an attack on white women. This is simply
I live between 3 countries and she's not lying, especially European women. I have friends from Europe, so I am not racist. I am just simply giving my experience. Most people globally have watched African American women and women of African descent on TV, and they think that that is how all African American women behave. So when they meet a woman who's educated, well-spoken, beautiful, well-manicured, they don't know how to handle it. They also are extremely jealous that their husbands, their fathers, their uncles, all of the men in their lives literally stare at you the entire time that you are out in a restaurant or wherever you are, market. They are highly attracted to women of African descent. White women do not know how to handle this. In America, I have experienced this in corporate America, but in Europe, you experience this in the markets. They literally act like toddlers or...
because I really don't care how this sounds, but
This creator is right. Beware about white women, but if the person that you should really be aware of is your own race. Really think about it though. Let's get to the surface. Let's get to the deep end. My shit froze. I'm sorry. Hi people. Let's get to the point though. What do you think about this though? Because yeah, white people are obviously not a good fucking person. Give me a moment. Anyway, moving on. Please know that you should really be more aware of is your own race, okay? Because remember, the only person that could be your only enemy is your own race, and it'd be true as fuck. So really think about this, that white people are definitely just shitty, disgusting, filthy, just assholes all around. But, like for me, honestly, the only people that I should be really more worried about, not even that much, just, is Hispanic people. Just Hispanic all around. Black people, white people, and of course, Latinos ourselves. We should be worried about our own people as well, because obviously we're not safe around them at all. So, yeah, I do feel what you feel, definitely, about white people and shit like that. Sir, I don't even know what you're going through. Shit, I feel bad, and I hope you're safe. But Jesus Lord, whew, be aware about Latinas, specifically the ones that look like they're black and shit, or the ones that look pure as fuck, or the ones that are like half white and half Latino and shit. Be aware, okay? Because most of the time, the ones that can only speak in Spanish, or they can speak in English and Spanish altogether, oh my god, they will outdo you wrongly as fuck. Okay? Yeah, that's really wrong. And if you're like someone who's like part black and shit, like a Latino part black, or maybe like black and shit, they will hate on you. Whew. Story time, right? When I finally started doing my hair right, like very curly, very big and puffy and just huge all around, the only race that been hating on my fucking guts is Latinos. The only ones. People who are all other races and shit, they're like, oh my god, your hair is so gorgeous. It's so big. Is it a wig? So pretty. Like, can I help you with it? It's like many things, okay? Like, you're so pretty. Like, what's your race? Like, how are you? Like, you are so gorgeous. The only people are so sweet, but let's.
What do you guys think about this second stage, talking about the Latinos? We can't take away from the fact that there are so many people who have been online, especially on TikTok, talking about how racist the Latino people are. And I would like to hear your thoughts about that in the comment section. There were some comments that I was able to get of people literally sharing their experience, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys. One said, my extra friend Becky and I downloaded dating apps at the same time. She was getting so mad, I was getting more messages than her, because they believe they are the beauty standard, or standard of beauty that is expected to be attracted to you. I think that is the case here. Another person said, I had a co-worker who was upset that I wasn't funny and entertaining. She said she did not expect me to be so focused and competent. Like, what the heck? She didn't expect it to be so focused. Why? It has rice-colored people. Are they the only one expected to be focused? I don't get it. I don't even think they put in as much work like melanated people do. So, but okay. Another person said, for me, I noticed the power dynamic. They hate when you're on the same level as them. They can only be your friend if you are beneath them. And I think that is what this lady was referring to, like the original creator was referring to on a second video, saying, got comments of some palm-colored people saying that why should we be jealous of you people that are, you know, the barrel bottom people. Like, now I understand. I think it's very, very, very close to what this person is saying as well. Another person said, if you aren't playing the supportive, submissive bestie, they don't want to know. What if their men are staring, their head will explode? Which is the same thing that the very first teach was referring to about, you know, getting that in the market. Microaggression at work, I think this is what this original creator was trying to double down on. And you can tell from how she was talking about, like, she has been through a lot in the hands of these people. She just had to come out and warn other people not to be victims of these people. Another person said, a white woman at my workplace admired that she was afraid her husband would check me out, so she asked him not to drop her at work. So she's literally trekking to our workplace. This one is actually very, very funny. The last one I have here said, this isn't exclusive to white women too. This is how non-black or lighter women act too, because society told them you shouldn't get any attention. Over that, this whole thing, colorism and stuff, is a conversation that has been going on for years, and this comment, we all can agree that this person is not lying, because there are some people who will be in the midst of their, there are some light people who will literally be in the midst of their dark-skinned friends, and when their dark-skinned friend get their attention, they feel a certain way because society has framed it to them, or society has make it seems like you have to be picked over somebody because of your skin color, like you are more attractive because of your skin color. So I am going to stop here, you guys, and I would like to hear what you guys think about this in the comment section. Share your thoughts on this particular topic in the comment section. If you have ever experienced anything that has to do with this jealousy and them having to bring you down just because of the fact that you were performing more than they expected, or you are holding your head up high more than they expected. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you all so much for joining, and if you have not subscribed, it takes just 2 seconds. Please smash the subscribe button and turn your bell notification on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.